What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video on the channel. I hope you all doing well, and today it's going to be a late video. However, we're going to talk about Mudryk, Romeo Lavia, and what are our players doing in training. So let's kick things off with Mudryk, because today, watching Mudryk against England, it was a disaster to watch, because every time he would get that ball, it's either his touch was too heavy, or he over dribbled it, he overpassed it. But you can see everyone on that Ukraine team trying to make a difference in the game. They had chemistry between each other, but Mudryk just looked out of place. And I think that he just needs to slow down, play a couple 1-2 touch passes, and just build his confidence back, because today he was really poor. And if that's what we're gonna get for the rest of the season with Chelsea, I don't think Mudryk's gonna come good. He needs to get back to the basics, like collect the ball on the left side, hold it up, pass it to the midfielder, the center mid, take a 1-2 and go. Use these little basic things to build his confidence up, or else we're just gonna have a player on our hands that's just big wages, and it's gonna be really hard to move him on. I'm not saying Mudryk out at this point. I'm just saying, in order to get the best out of him, I think that he needs to regain his confidence, and that's only gonna happen by doing the simple things right. For example, making simple passes, making sure your passes connect, making sure your first touch is right. Those simple things, if he gets those basics right, then I think that would go a long way to rebuild his confidence. Because as of right now, he's a player that is really shocked in confidence, and I can see why Pochettino decides to use Chilwell as a left wing versus Mudryk, because he constantly gets lost in the play. And against England today, you can see that if he comes up against a player that's a wing back that is just as fast as him, he won't be able to do anything, because his touch is so poor, and then his decision making in the final third, when to dribble, when to stop the ball, when to cut back, when to cross, all of those is just poor. And you can see today a lot of his Ukraine teammates was just so frustrated with him. And I think this is a concern for Chelsea. And in order to get the best out of him, we need to put him in a program where he gets to do basic things. Pass. Make sure your pass connects with the midfielder. Make sure your pass connects with the left back. Don't try to overcomplicate things trying to play killer balls and stuff, because that will only kill his confidence. And I agree with Pochettino starting him from the bench and progressing him into the team until he actually starts to improve, because he is not yet at the standards expected of him. And yeah, that's my 2 cents on Mudryk. Now we move to Romeo Lavia, and this one is a very frustrating one, because for a player we've spent £58 million on, and he signed, and he was not even fit. He wasn't even ready. We gave him an extra couple of weeks so he can get ready and be involved in games, and he goes and picks up an injury. And it seems like it's a muscle tear. If it's a partial tear, it'll be some weeks, but if it's a full tear, then we're looking at months for sure. And that is not good, because what I think Pochettino is trying to do is play this 4-3-3 formation with Lavia, Caicedo, and Enzo. And now he's injured. It's going to be a while before he gets back. So I really hope that Pochettino does not decide to continue use the three at the back hybrid formation because it is just slow and it's not getting us anywhere. It limits us in attack, to be honest. Now, we've had so many important players go down on injury, and we just have to start asking the question: what are these guys doing in training? What are the nutritionists doing? What's going wrong? What are we doing in the gym? Because it's just ridiculous for our club to just be constantly having players go down on injuries and training injuries as to that. So I think the medical team, the nutritionists, and all these fitness coaches need to revamp training so that during the season we have less and less injuries. I mean, in-game injuries, collision injuries, those are understandable. But for players in training, that is not acceptable at all. Especially if it's a player we've spent so much money on and we want to integrate into the team to become like a key personnel into the team, into the starting 11. So that issue needs to be fixed as well. And I think it comes down to fitness and nutrition. Because if the players are not fit enough or if they're being overworked in training, they're going to feel that sort of injury or impact on their muscles during game. Or if they are not having too much of an intense training, then when it comes down to the games and it's intense, then that could also be a factor. But let me know what you guys think about this situation, because I don't think this is a normal that we have players just getting injured so frequently. And that happened to us last season, and if we do this season, then I'm afraid that top 4 is going to be a worry. Let me know what you guys think in the comment, and as always, leave a like and subscribe and share it, and I'll catch you in another video.